All right, what's up? What's up? Here we are with a recap for today. We traded a lot of tickers today, lots moving. AMAM made a 800% move from bottom to tippy top, and I didn't really trade it. I traded it when it was a penny stock, and I thought it was pretty much over after it broke $1, and it ended up ripping out in the open. I tried to go for this breakout, but I didn't get any fills on TOS. I think TOS had it restricted for a little bit, so after I saw that, I pretty much wrote it off as that, and it ended up running to 4.5. I think at some point I was able to, people said they were able to buy on TOS. I think maybe around this area. It started halt after halt after halt. Crazy stuff. But this is the type of action that you like to see to size up and get some big gains. Today was a base hit kind of day for me. Only up 90 bucks. I didn't really size up as much as I have in the past, but a nice base hit nevertheless. So I'll definitely take it off the table. I think at my high I was up 100 bucks flat. PHVS, sorry, was the one that I had my loss on, 15 bucks loss here. Very choppy here, PHVS. The first day was a lot cleaner. But this day here, we had a little bit of a red to green, couldn't hold the highs, and started to lose a lot of that volume on PHVS. And spreads are kind of nasty on it. MRIN was another former runner. We traded this in the 2020 rally in COVID. This one had a nice red to green. Not the most volume as some of the other stocks that we traded today, but definitely gave some opportunity. I think I'm small red on MRIN. NRBO, another one here, had a red to green. Couldn't hold the highs, but we did form like a sort of a ABCD pattern here. And we were able to break out of the top here at 220. Ran up a little bit, maybe about 10 cents, and then started to fade. That was MRIN, or NRBO. BXRX, a very small float, micro float. This one is something to keep an eye on for potential continuation next week. This is such a small float. This is the type of stock that you could see run similar to AMAM, a couple 100% in a day. So definitely keep this on watch for next week. I did try to trade this pre-market for some continuation moves, but ended up giving back some profits there on BXRX. I did a couple trades in this area, but this had a nice red to green move through 456. I was eyeing it down here. I was ready to punch it. We popped up all the way in like 1 millisecond. We popped up 30 cents, and the spreads opened up, and I was getting filled on the ask. I was hitting buy market, and I was pretty much getting filled on the ask. 10 cents already in the red, and so it kind of mentally roughed my feathers a little bit. So that was it on BXRX small green. CVNA, another one that is going, CVNA Carvana going bankrupt. So you might see some continuation or some momentum on this next week. Similar to what we saw on Hertz. So Hertz was another bankruptcy filing that we traded in 2020, and that one went bananas. And the reason why some of these bankruptcy stocks start to fly even though they're going out of business is because once shorts start seeing bankruptcy filings, they start to get really aggressive on the short side, and they short, and they push it down to the point where it can't go much lower, and then there becomes a huge imbalance to the short side. And so once one short starts to cover, then it forces the next short starts to cover, the next short that starts to cover, and then you start to see some support coming in from short covering, and then bulls see this as a potential entry for a reversal off the low. So the bulls get involved, and then it just causes a huge snowball effect to the long side because shorts need to cover their position. And that's what we saw on Hertz. So we could see something similar here to CVNA for the bankruptcy filings. It doesn't say that they did file any bankruptcy, but they are in they were in risk of filing bankruptcy, so that I'm sure that's why a lot of these shorts are getting aggressive down here. We pushed it from 7 all the way down to 4, now bounced up 50% from there. So, and you're getting a lot more volume. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a squeeze back through 660, 650, or rip through 7, and then testing these areas up in 8. So I wouldn't be surprised for that, and I'll keep that on watch for tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, next week. What else did we trade today? AMAM, we already looked at. And CLRO, the one that I did the best on, CLRO. Took a couple trades in here on CLRO, pretty much scalping the tops for breakouts here on CLRO. None of the breakouts really held until this breakout here at 1.5, and it just started to pull away, halted up, resumed 15 cents lower. I tried buying the dip. Was able to get some small gains on that, but we didn't have much continuation. We did have a strong move here, but that was it. That was probably the best breakout. If you bought here to break a 1.5 and you held that baby, you could be up a nice, what is that, 25%? You could be up a potential, 25% move right there. Was the best one. And once you started breaking out here, I was waiting for a pullback. I was waiting for an entry. And then we eventually halted all the way up here and then opened lower. Imagine if I bought the top here at a FOMO and I opened up 15 cents in the red. Especially after seeing AMAM halt up millions of times, gapping up dollars per share. I could have definitely felt that FOMO here on CLRO and just FOMO'd in and hoped for the best, but thank God I didn't do that. Did take a couple scalps in this area, trying to get some continuation through 195 and through 2, but did not hold these highs over 185. Gave back a little bit of profits off the top. My high was $100 on the day, finishing at 90 on the day. So that's going to be it. Today, CLRO did attempt that red to green, and for some continuation, I did go for a scalp for some continuation, but we did not hold these highs. So be careful out there if you're still trading. It's definitely getting choppier, and I think for me at least, and my strategy, the next best time to trade for me is going to be next week. So I'm going to enjoy the weekend. Hope you guys enjoy the weekend as well. Hope you guys got to get green. Got green on these 2 days of pretty decent momentum, yesterday and today. If you did, good job. Come back tomorrow fresh. There's a lot to study over the weekend. All of these gappers, keep reviewing your charts, keep reviewing your recordings, and practice in the simulator to get better and better. So thank you guys for tuning in for the recap video. Hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. All right, enjoy.